The brutal Inuit hunt for a 700-kg Musk Ox to feed their village. Vast Arctic landscapes, silhouette of a musk ox against the snow, hunter preparations. In the high Arctic, where the ground never thaws and the wind never rests, there walks a beast unlike any other. With shoulders like stone and horns like ancient blades, the musk ox has survived since the Ice Age, a shaggy guardian of the tundra. For the Inuit, hunting this 700-kg animal is not sport. It is survival, it is ceremony, it is community. This is the story of a brutal hunt, not for glory, but to feed a village. Musk ox herds, snow-covered ridges, close-ups of horns and hooves. Musk oxen are ancient creatures, dating back over 120,000 years. Despite their name, they're more closely related to goats than oxen. They are built for this land-dense wool and underfur, kiviot. Warmer than cashmere short legs with massive muscle mass, resisting cold and predators' horns with sharp tips and a crushing base, used to protect the herd's social strategy. When threatened, they form a circle, calves in the center, horns out. But their very defense can be a weakness, if understood by skilled Inuit hunters. Hunters butchering, meat being dried, children eating, kiviot being cleaned. A single musk ox can feed dozens of people for weeks. The meat is rich in fat and protein, vital for winter survival. The bones are tools and handles. The hide becomes bedding or clothing. The kiviut is spun into the warmest fiber on Earth. Traditionally, the hunt happens once or twice a year, following strict cultural protocols to avoid waste and overhunting. This is subsistence hunting, rooted in ancient law and governed by need, not greed. Footprints, scat, hunters with binoculars, drones, snowdrift reading. Finding a musk ox is not easy. These herds roam across hundreds of kilometers of treeless tundra. Inuit hunters rely on generations of passed-down knowledge. They read snow patterns to find fresh tracks, scat and urine mark recent territory bird flight hints at carrion or moving animals. Wind direction determines scent strategy. Many now use drones or snowmobiles, blending traditional skill with modern tools. But even with technology, the Arctic decides whether the hunter succeeds. Snowmobiles offloading, hunters whispering, creeping through valleys. Once a herd is spotted, stealth becomes law. Approaching a 700-kg animal armed with horns is no simple task. One wrong move, and the herd runs, or charges. Hunters approach from downwind-used terrain, hills and valleys, as cover coordinate in teams to create flanking routes. Remain silent, sometimes crawling for hours. Every movement is deliberate, every breath controlled. Because this is not just a hunt, it's a test of patience, precision, and endurance. Close-up of the musk ox eyes, hunter aiming, shot fired, moment of silence. When the moment comes, there is no cheering, only silence. A clean, respectful kill is the ultimate goal, minimizing suffering and honoring the animal's spirit. Some still use traditional harpoons for smaller prey, but musk ox require high-caliber rifles, fired with utmost care. After the shot there is a pause. Some hunters kneel and whisper a prayer, an ancient practice of gratitude to the land and animal. The village will eat tonight, but the work is just beginning. Hunters removing hide, slicing through thick muscle, separating organs. The Arctic does not wait. Once the musk ox is down, the real work begins, and time is precious. Temperatures can drop below 40 degrees Celsius. Exposure too long can cause frostbite in minutes. The carcass is positioned based on wind direction to avoid spoilage. Organs like the heart and liver are removed quickly, consumed fresh or frozen. Meat is divided into haunches, ribs, and neck cuts. The kiviot underwool is carefully preserved, every strand a treasure. Hunters packing sleds, dogs pulling, snowmobiles crossing tundra. 700 kilograms of meat cannot be carried by hand. In the past, dogs and kamutik sleds were the only method, slow but steady. Today, snowmobiles assist, but the danger remains. The trails are uneven. Ice can crack. A wrong turn can mean losing everything. Still, these journeys back to the village are sacred. It is not just about meat. It is a return with life for the entire community. Inuit tradition holds one rule above all. You do not hoard what the land gives. Extra meat is distributed among families and preserved for winter. Even today, where some families rely on store-bought food, these traditional hunts provide nutrition, connection, and identity. It's more than protein. It's culture on the plate. Freezing racks, meat buried under snow, smoking techniques. Refrigerators are modern, but in the Arctic, the land has always preserved food. Freezing, natural ice freezers carved underground or in snowbanks. Smoking, a fire technique for both flavor and preservation. Nothing is wasted. Even the bones are boiled into broth or carved into tools. This is a zero-waste culture, born of necessity and refined by wisdom. Melting permafrost, altered migration patterns, satellite maps. The Arctic is changing, fast. Musk ox herds are moving farther inland. Ice breaks earlier, shortening hunt seasons, increased storms and wind make travel more dangerous. Parasites and illness now appear in animals once thought immune. Inuit hunters are witnesses and scientists of this change. Their traditional ecological knowledge is now used in partnership with climate researchers, blending ancient and modern knowledge to monitor the Arctic's transformation. The Musk Ox hunt is more than survival now. It's a measure of what we're losing. Musk Ox silhouettes, hunters walking home, children watching elders. In a world rushing forward, the Inuit remind us of something deeper, something still. A 700-kg Musk Ox is not just meat, it is memory, it is courage, it is survival born from unity. From tracking through snow to kneeling in silence over a fallen beast, the hunt is a story passed down by firelight. A promise that even here, at the edge of what's possible, humanity endures. And as long as the Musk Ox walks the tundra, and the hunter listens to the land, the village will eat, the culture will live, and the circle will remain unbroken.